Southern New Hampshire University Penman Pride segment resuming for the year, and I love, frankly, what I love most about this segment is just how out of the box the folks are at Southern New Hampshire University. In terms of let's talk this morning about how they connect with corporate partners out there. In other words, getting the students outside of the traditional classroom, working with business and community players out there in terms of really getting out of the classroom, if you will, and going to the real world, work experiences, internal and external stuff. And we've got a great story this morning. We have joining us live in our Penman Pride segment, Cam Conley is with Pennichuck Water Corporate Communications, and we have Brianna, who's a student at Southern New Hampshire University, and Brianna's working with, I believe, and a team of Southern New Hampshire University graphic design folks working on creating some basically artwork for the Pennichuck's Merrimack location. Let me start with you, Cam. Thanks for being with us. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for asking.
Well, Cam, talk a little bit about this particular project that you want completed, and the value, kind of the community and really the corporate value for your organization. How does that, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, so Pennichuck is looking to have a couple of murals designed for our distribution facility. We're having one that's the American flag, and we want distribution workers kind of featured on the bottom of the flag. And the second is going to be a map of our distribution system. We're looking to have these done for just kind of workforce development and to just add some color into our distribution facility. And then additionally, too, the one that's going to be of the Nashua distribution system will be used to educate new hires as well, kind of what we do and why we do it.
How did you, all good things start somewhere. How did you kind of initiate or kickstart this project?
Yeah, so I had reached out to my previous supervisor, Steve Boucher. He was my supervisor when I was a student worker at SNHU. And I had seen him post a project that he had worked on LinkedIn of one of SNHU's classes that they had done. And I reached out to see if he would want to maybe reach out to some of the graphic design professors to see if they would be interested on taking on this project.
Now, so when you mentioned Steve, you're a graduate of Southern Hampshire University, correct?
I am, yes.
And what's that like, being on the other side of the wall now, if you will, the campus, working with students? That must be pretty cool.
Yeah, it's definitely been a really rewarding experience. Not long ago, I was in the same shoes as them, and it's been a great way to just connect with each of them and hear their ideas for this project and kind of where they want to end up in the future.
And before we bring in Brianna, Cam, with Pennichuck, talk about what this does for graphic design students to get outside the classroom, and also how important it is for companies like Pennichuck to kind of work with sort of the future workforce.
Yeah, it definitely gives them hands-on experience and what it's like to work with different clientele and to kind of help people to envision what they're looking for. And I think it's a great way for them to build a portfolio, which is super crucial in the graphic design field. And it's important for companies like Pennichuck to give back to this future workforce because it opens them up to different industries they may have not considered before. I know that when I was recently graduated and looking for new roles, I never had considered working in the water industry, but it's been really cool to just kind of do what I love in this industry that's so cool.
Well, as J-Dog says, the ideas never dry up with Pennichuck. No, J-Dog, that's bad. He just sent me that during the break. No, I'm kidding. Brianna, let's meet Brianna, the student, in terms of a student working directly with Pennichuck. Brianna, how are you?
Hi, I'm so good. I'm so excited to chat with you guys today.
Before we get into what's it like being a student working with Pennichuck, tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, what you do, how you like Southern New Hampshire University. Just tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I'm a local from New Hampshire, a bit up north in Claremont. I'm a senior graphic design student here at Southern New Hampshire, and I'm just super excited. It's my last year, so gotta put all my best work out, and Are you liking Southern New Hampshire University, enjoying it? Oh, yeah, I love it. I've met my lifelong friends here, and it's just been a super great 4 years so far.
Tell us about what this project with Pennichuck, what's it like? What's it like working with Cam and the team?
Yeah, so being a studio student has been such this great experience. Getting to work directly with real clients like Cam has been super awesome. They're so supportive and really fun to collaborate with. I really enjoy all the creative process and the opportunity to take what we learn in class and apply it to real projects.
Brianna, how's it different than doing a classroom project?
Working with clients really takes things to this new level. It's not just about completing an assignment. It's about meeting real expectations and delivering something professional. And I think it really develops student skills from a real world perspective and really pushes us to think more critically and creatively.
Now, what about the team you're working with? And I understand you're a team leader, so how do you pull everyone together?
Leading a team has actually been this really rewarding process. It can be really challenging at times to make sure everyone's on the same page and that deadlines are met, but it's really helped me grow a lot as a communicator and a collaborator. I've learned how to bring out, the best in different people and make sure everybody's ideas are being heard. And when the team comes together and the project starts to click, it's just this amazing feeling.
Now, Brianna, one unsolicited tip and advice is cheap and free. Don't rush it. Enjoy your undergraduate or your time at Southern New Hampshire University. But working with an outside company or, corporate player like Pennichuck, what does it do for you to sort of think about, the professional world, putting your studio design stuff to work outside? Is it making you think a little bit about post-college or not?
Oh, yeah. This whole experience has prepared me so much for life after graduation and working with real clients. Managing deadlines and solving problems as they come up has really given me this sense of what the professional world is like, and it's also really helped me build confidence in my communication and graphic design skills, teamwork skills, and really shown me how much I enjoy this kind of work. And I feel more ready to step into my career knowing that I've already had this hands-on experience with the real client setting.
Interesting stuff. And I presume, but I don't want to presume, you're a senior?
Yes, I am.
And would you recommend other New Hampshire listeners, students, to get involved in Southern New Hampshire University? Is something you're going to recommend? And, we have Cam here. Pennichuck, she's a Southern New Hampshire Penman Pride graduate. Is it something you're going to pass on?
Absolutely. Southern New Hampshire is such a great school, and they have such great programs, especially the graphic design, communication programs, and just this whole studio. I just think it's an amazing way for students to grow.
Awesome. Well, Cam and Brianna, Cam, thank you for working with Southern New Hampshire University. And what's your message, Cam, to other company corporate players out there in terms of getting students outside the classroom to work with them on projects? Do you advocate that? What are your thoughts on other company and corporate players?
Yeah, I definitely think they should reach out. These kids have so much potential and just room to grow, and you just got to give them opportunities and that stuff, and they're so eager. So I would just say reach out to Southern New Hampshire University if you're looking to maybe have these opportunities for your company as well. But thank you so much for having us as well.
All right. Cam and Brianna, thank you so much. Penman Pride, great story of getting out of the classroom and getting into the real world. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.